Hello everyone and welcome to episode 22 of the Houston Zoo Recreation. A long-awaited addition to the zoo is finally here, South America's Pantanal. This South American wetland-themed area has many exciting animals, starting off with a mixed monkey habitat and a green anaconda exhibit. The Pantanal is the world's largest tropical wetland area, a seasonally flooded grassland fed by the Paraguay River, mostly located in south-central Brazil. The name Pantanal comes from the Portuguese word Pantanal, meaning wetland. The region features an outstanding selection of wildlife, including iconic animals such as jaguar, giant anteater, and capybara. As part of the zoo's centennial campaign, of which the Galapagos Islands and Texas wetlands are also part of, the Pantanal opened in 2020, replacing a series of older hoofstock yards. The Pantanal features an immersive tropical trail where guests explore the rivers and grassland of the Pantanal region, where 5 animal habitats along with several fish, amphibian and snake exhibits can be seen. The first episode for the Pantanal started the main entrance, building for black howler monkeys, red rumped agouti, and green anaconda. The habitat of the entrance is a mixed habitat for black howler monkeys and red rumped agouti. Most notably, a large climbing frame for the monkeys allows plenty of climbing space inside the habitat, while the agouti, which aren't actually native to the Pantanal, stick to the ground. Next to the habitat is a green anaconda exhibit, which is an aquatic exhibit with a tropical river theme with aquatic plants and rock pebbles on the floor. The exhibit will feature a crawl-through tunnel where guests can view anacondas right above them if they're lying on this glass tunnel. That's not all though, the main entrance also needs to be built as both the monkey habitat and anaconda exhibit are below a set of yellow rustic buildings set on wooden piers. These buildings are themed on the eco-lodges that can be found alongside the rivers of the Pantanal region. Looking at a map of the Pantanal will help us understand the layout under the buildings. The entrance area features a lot of buildings hidden from guest view, facilities for animals such as the howler monkeys, agouti, and giant river otter. There is also water filtration facilities as well. Of the river area in the Pantanal, this episode looks at the left side of the river complex. Howler monkeys on the left and the anaconda exhibit on the right. Starting off of a unique sign for the Pantanal, this sign features multiple wooden poles of different colours. To achieve this, the painted round beam is used in a layering effect, allowing multiple colours to be added without much interference with textures. The downside to this is that it does lead to a rather piece-heavy sign, as the game really doesn't like lots of wooden pieces located next to each other. This will lead to some lag when building near the sign. The wooden poles are duplicated and placed at varying heights to make a nice pattern for the sign. Once complete, the pole part of the sign will be roughly 600 pieces. Next is adding custom fonts to the sign, as the in-game letters are far too large for this. First, the sign needs a South America name placed on some Australian wooden planks. These font pieces are made of guard pieces and are a workshop item, which you can find the link in the video description. The South American name is then coloured bright blue and placed onto the poles. Also, the large Pantanal name is made next. Another style of custom font is used, as I need a nice 3D font here. The name is coloured bright green, then I duplicate the name to add a dark green border to the name to make the Pantanal stand out on the sign. With the Pantanal sign complete, the first of the rustic yellow buildings is next. A painted clay roof is used for the roof, coloured a light terracotta colour rather than using the default terracotta roof. I personally prefer using the painted clay roof for a more realistic terracotta colour. Yellow plaster walls, one-way glass and 2D art shapes are added next. Here we see the door made with a yellow wooden border to blend into the plaster wall. The windows receive a brown wooden border as well. Once the wall is complete, even more plaster is used here. This creates a realistic, rigid effect for the wall rather than opting for the stained wood wall. The wall effect stands out more and looks much more like the real zoo build. wooden fence is then built for the staff walkway, using the zookeeper pack wooden poles to create an X-fence design. The fence is coloured brown, marked in the stained wood floor, and then added to the sides of this walkway. After some plant pots are added for decorations, the rustic path is placed under the building to start the Pantanal Trail. It curves around the Pantanal sign and connects to the main zoo path. Behind the sign, faux rocks are placed to build up a natural planter. Mulch panels fill in the gaps and buffalo grass is added. Some of my custom grass is also used to introduce some variety. Most notably, a large strangler fig tree fills in the left side of this yellow building, instantly introducing a tropical theme into this area. Various South American plants are then added, including some aerosol bushes, bracken and ferns, build up this Pantanal foliage. For the black howler monkey habitat, the guest viewing area is first built. The mulch planter area is made to separate the guest path from the habitat barrier to protect the guests. A wooden and metal fence made of the zookeeper wooden poles, string pieces and a mesh panel built, then placed along the mulch edge. Similar tropical South American plants are then added on top of the mulch, introducing some colourful plants and fern bunches. The habitat will have a rock wall barrier, so a layer of faux rocks are placed at varying heights. The black back wall is placed higher than the sides to hide future stacked buildings behind. There will also be a sizable planter section of several corkwood trees. Now the habitat details can begin. First is raising the right side of the habitat for a slight slope, as a flat habitat looks boring. Large flat faux rocks are placed to hide the slope at the front while still allowing animals to access the slope. Buffalo grass is then used to decorate the habitat floor, creating a realistic terrain with the light dirt. A typical primate habitat may look like this in any zoo. The ground will be slightly lush with a good amount of grass and lots of these fern and plumeria flower bunches. The plumeria is coloured dark green to appear a nice tropical plant instead of having the white flowers. The most complex part of the habitat is the climbing frame for the monkeys. The main climbing frame is centered around this huge log that sticks outside the habitat, and can be easily made by having two of the large faux log trees. We can see Howler monkeys love to escape onto the mesh, so the upper log needs to have climate disabled to prevent them from accessing the roof. Various full log branches are then added to the tree to add more climbing access points to the big logs. Log wall logs are known climbable material for the animals to be used for the rest of the climbing frame. While there are other more natural looking logs, the animals will simply refuse to use them or require far too much work to make them accessible. There will be multiple log branch sections creating a natural climbing frame for monkeys' habitat. It will also allow the monkeys to jump from one part of the frame to another, increasing the climbing paths available. Finally, we have the Anaconda exhibit. This will be a stag aquatic exhibit using my green Anaconda prop. The aquatic exhibit is built using an encased glass barrier and filling up with water. There's also a window into the monkey habitat. For the exhibit floor, small rock piles are added for a river pebble texture. There will also be some aquatic plants added for a natural appearance. This rock archway will lead into the glass tunnel crawl space, allowing for some unique views into the Anaconda exhibit. In the real zoo, the snake can lie on top of this glass and guests can see an anaconda right above their head. Bristlecone branches are added for a large tree root growing on rocks. 3 of these are used to create a growing effect. The Anaconda prop is now added and placed on the exhibit floor for a nice view of the Anaconda. For the exhibit decoration, a tree trunk is placed in the center, then small logs are placed around the exhibit for possible climbing logs for the Anaconda. sidewalk, grass and plant are added to the exhibit floor, and a small mangrove tree in the corner adds nature into this exhibit. Glass tunnel is made using a glass-thin panel full of steps, and then surrounding the tunnel a larger full. The tour of the Pantanal starts at the Texas wetlands where we left off. We're past an alligator habitat and the Cypress Circle Cafe to the left, which is the major dining area for the heart of the zoo. Along the long path we will find the Pantanal. We've got some directional zoo signage which will direct us to either the Children's Zoo to the left to come in the future, or the Pantanal to the right. Start to see the large yellow rustic buildings, introducing guests to the Pantanal region. So we can see the colourful Pantanal sign as we enter the exhibit. We have some armadillo statues. In real life, it's agoutis. We don't have a koi statue. So we've got a bunch of signage here. We've got a map of the Pantanal made of font pieces. Have a sign about the wetlands in the Pantanal region, both in English and Spanish. There's also a sign about the Houston Zoo's conservation, and now a portion of the tickets will go towards conservation. So we go right under these yellow buildings into the River's Edge complex, supported on these wooden piers all around us. First is the Howler monkey and the red rumped agouti habitat. Lots of log vines. There's the full log tree. Many climbing opportunities for the howler monkeys, or grazing opportunities for the agouti. There's 2 agouti and there's 5 howler monkeys in this hut. Howler monkeys can be tell apart. Black will be the males and yellow or gold will be the females, as it is also called the black and gold howler monkey. Next up will be the Anaconda exhibit, where we can see the window right there into the exhibit, where we have the main viewing area here. The green anaconda loves the aquatic environments with rivers as its preferred habitat. So this is a stag prop of the anaconda, roughly life-sized. A very big snake. So we've got this crawl-through tunnel surrounded by glass where the anacondas can go right above you. Obviously not on this one because it's a prop, it won't move. and basically enters the other side as the building goes around the corner. So there's lots of these wooden piers on this area. All the buildings are all above us.